Hey, so today we are going to go through the next thing we want to do. So on Friday, we discussed the launch and how things went, what we learned from it. And today we're going to look at what are we going to launch next. And the idea I had Friday was that we were going to launch a social media engagement app. Been looking a bit at the space, and I think it's very hard to come up with an angle that's actually truly unique. But I do think that there is one thing that we could work on that would make a lot of sense to me. And so the idea would be to build out a agent first lead pages alternative. So what I mean by this is I want to be able to talk to Claude Code and just get it to set up the lead pages for me with domain, everything, the ability to capture leads and get all the statistics and all the iterations inside of that. And so the reason why I came up with this is because I use this all the time. This is how I created the launch page for Fast Coach. And therefore, I actually think this is a great idea because it works for me and I know that I'm going to use this again and again. And I also know who my first customer will be for this. That would be my wife, because she's actually having a subscription for Square Page where she's paying $30 a month, I think, and still having a hard time making something that really looks great. It looks okay, but it doesn't look great. So I think the first thing we're going to do is just try to brainstorm this a bit. And let's talk to Noah first. And then say, how would you go about... Oh, I can't spell how. How would you go about figuring out if there is a market worth pursuing? Yes, okay. And we're going to do exactly that. Limit ourselves to a week. That was the plan anyway. The more you tighten up the time frame, the more you focused, you're getting approach that worked for me in the past when I validated the Airbnb concept. Oh, I wasn't aware that Noah was part of Airbnb. Interesting. Ah, he operated an Airbnb. I see. Okay. Okay. Start by reaching out to real or any agents. Oh, right. Okay, so this is some good suggestions. I do think we need to narrow down who's the target customer in this. Research the competition. Okay. I have not tried this functionality before. I have created web search for Fast Coach. Oh, bugger. And we just hit a Rust panic. Wow. Interesting. So that's a bug we need to fix. Okay, so that clearly didn't work. We probably need to fix that. You know what? I'm just going to pull up an agent and get them to fix it, get it to fix it right away while we're doing this. Just need to pull the latest version. Let's see. Okay, and then let me get back to the bug report. So this is one of the cool things about how this whole thing is built out, right? Since this is all Rust code, it's relatively easy to figure out where the bugs are. And let me just review this one. See, right. Cool. One of the great things about using Rust is that it's actually super easy to search for things that will panic. So we're just going to leave it at that, and then we will continue with what we were doing. So let's get back to our agent here and then acknowledge. I think this one is stuck in web search, so I'm just going to restart this. Okay. Instead of doing this, we're going to just copy this across and get Claude to do this, and then I will get this functionality out today so that's fixed. Okay, so we have one competitor, Flint, at least. Well, I think that's a good sign. So the fact that there are people playing in this space just means that there is a market. If you pick a niche that increments structurally can't serve agent first health, as stated, is too broad and walks straight into Flint local 12 for solo creators is a defensible wedge. It fits your. Okay. Let's see. When you run the pain point interviews this week, the sharpest question the sharpest question. I wonder. Okay, look. Let's try to take a different. Let's try to. I think I have an angle here that's interesting. Cool. Okay. Cool. So we're going to send this to Noah and just get his view on that. But I think I have an angle here. So what if we created a agent first alternative to lead pages? We can probably do that in 48 hours with the current stack I have. Now, then after that, the way we would validate the market is not launching it. We would go on X, offering people to build them a free landing page or lead page. In that way, we could record screen shares of what we're doing, and using that, we'll see whether they are actually happy with the result. And we'll be able to show them the transformation and see if they buy into it. No, I don't want a local first. I think that's the wrong approach for this business. Although it is a unique angle. Desktop agent that allows users to own and self-host their web page would stand out. Yeah, but I don't want to do that. Brand newbies. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to target people who are just starting out, offering a solution to create brand identity from scratch is a game changer. Beyond page generation. Most tools stop at building the page. If you're going to stay into deep CRM, and yeah, look, we'll do the lead bit, but we don't want to do full CRM, not until we have validated this. Sure, 1 week validation window too. Okay, cool. So capture leads. So we want to capture leads. I think it's called Fora, isn't it? Offer to rebuild a page for free. Then we will screen record how we did it and show them the end result. They get to keep the source of the web page. So the idea here is we're providing some value first. So we're basically giving away the source code for the website, and they could use that to import into their existing system. We keep the source. Oh, they page. And we just ask for their feedback on transformation. What do you think? Okay, cool. Could you write a summary strategy of what we are doing? So could you write up a summary and strategy of what we're doing? So what we're going to do next is, just before we get into the details of this, we're going to take this and just pass it through a few other people. We'll ask some of the other people here how they see this. How about we ask Jack? And actually, while we're doing this, let's just creep our notes somewhere. I need to have a text. Let's get back and see what Jack can tell us about this. Cool. So this is definitely the right way to go forward, I think. I've seen significant growth myself offering free services to get the ball rolling. Plus, it opens up the channel for valuable feedback, which is gold for refining your product. Target startups and small businesses can't afford the big tool. You're hitting a niche that is often overlooked and definitely grow. The feedback loop is crucial. Make sure. And hey, once you got validated, expanding the capabilities based on the customer range is the way. Just remember to keep it simple at first and then iterate based on what users are telling you. Okay, cool. So let's just try to capture whatever is in the YouTube channel of Jack. Leverage the marketing side even more. It's not just about building the tool, it's about getting it in front of the right people. I've seen this firsthand that marketing can significantly boost visibility and engagement. So consider creating some content around your. Okay, cool. So don't any. Cool. So now we have two coaches who have given their suggestion to how we're going to fix this. How we're going to do this. We're next going to take this to, I think we're going to talk to Mark. Okay. Cool. That sounds great. Okay. Let's address. What would you call this? So I think next we need to figure out what the name of this product is going to be. And Snap Page. That's actually pretty catchy. Let's see if that's available. Two P. We could go for snappage.io or snap.page. Oh, snap.page is very expensive. We're not doing that. Hmm. This is one of the functionalities that I actually want to get into Fast Coach. I want it such that it can iterate through domains and just so say I don't have to look up things for itself. So that would be great if it could just come up with something that's great. Could you give me 10 alternatives? Lead snap. We're just checking these ones one by one. Lead snap. That's taken. Swift page. Taken. Lead launch. Taken. Lead. My fucking god. Imagine that a world where people wouldn't buy all the domains that exist. Start Page Pro. Builder. Instant web. Okay, Instant Web Lead is actually free. Okay. Also, I think I need to do a bit of adjustment to how the personality of each of these coaches is, because I know that Mark is actually supposed to tell me, don't fucking overthink it, just pick a name and get going, because the name really doesn't matter. Page Fast Track. Page Fast Track is definitely Simple Lead Forge. Okay. Lead Genie. Okay, we're going to go with Page Sprinter. I think that that's a reasonable name for the transformation we're aiming for, because it should be super fast to create the thing. Okay. Okay. See, so I just need to sign into Cloudflare now and buy this domain. So I think we want to adjust the offering a bit here. We know that time is money. That's why we made it incredibly easy for startups and small businesses. No fluff, no hassle, just the essential you need. Yeah, this makes me think that we actually need to, we basically should have a domain name service as part of this, because that's what would make it super easy, right? If the agent can buy the domain, set up the DNS, create the lead page, you're in business like this. Let's see, Mark's copy might be right, it might be wrong. Now let's try to do the transformation itself. Wait, so why do we want a free plan? I think there's something not quite right. Well, actually, maybe this is not a bad idea, because I am not going to spend time or money on I'm not going to spend money on AI, which means it's relatively cheap. Okay. Let's see. Good. Let's go back to our coaches here and see. Going to import a coach. So I know that he's asking for some specific things from my side, but I'm just going to ignore that and ask him to update the copy. Copy recommendation. And I think that the true story, actually, now that I think about it, I think that the true story is that as founders, as people who want to build stuff, building the landing page is actually the least exciting part of it. And so if we could get around this and do that in 5 to 10 minutes rather than spending half a day, a lot of us would be in a better place. Cool. Okay. I love this. That's great. Okay, let's try to actually do the transformation to see what that looks like. Ah, okay, so we've now a fix for the problem we found. Let's see, how do I, yeah. Okay, so what did we agree that that domain was again? I think it was Page Sprinter. I actually didn't buy the domain. Let me just do that. Let's see. Yes, Page Sprinter. Okay, so that was the domain board. Oh, wait. Right, there's actually a small thing here. We need to make this a lead capture for starters. And we're just going to add a few instructions. Cool. I love it. We're going for dark mode right away. Like, this is typically you should skip this. Since we're not doing anything, I mean, why not? Okay, cool. We're done with the preview now. That's pretty good. Oh, wait, what's this? Cool. So we are 51 minutes into this stream. We have come up with an idea. We have done some research on what the copy should look like. We have built out a lead pages lead magnet for it where we can get people to sign up. And I think this is a pretty good start for our next product. At this point, we have 48 hours to build out this system and launch it. Well, 48 hours to build out the system and prepare for our marketing campaign, which is creating free. Creating free. Great. Okay. Cool. Let's just could you publish this to that domain? I think we might need to go and verify the domain first. I don't think I've set it up yet. Let me just check that for a second. Oh, I thought it had wired the form. Why didn't it do that? see if we're ready. Oh, there you go. We're live. Nice. Cool. Okay. So 54 minutes and 57 seconds into this, we have done the whole thing. What more is we've recorded marketing material, which we can use for showcasing what is the transformation we're giving and why people should join. So I think this is a pretty good start on a new product. I'm actually pretty happy with what we've done here. I think the only thing that I would add is I would like it to make sure that people understand that you can do this from within Claude or Codex. Oh wait, there we go. Could make it. That's says. Agent first. Directly from Claude Codex. Cool. So I think the next thing that's going to happen is the following. So while Claude is doing this, I'm going to take the video we just recorded now. Then I'm going to turn that into a video sales letter where I talk about the benefits of this and why this is such an important thing. Or rather, why this is a product that you definitely should pay attention to. And so I think that the key value here, I think first of all, let's get the features recorded, right? Number one feature is building out a lead page or landing page within minutes. Basically, you saw here, we've done the whole thing in a live video stream in less than an hour. We have a landing page up running. We are able to capture emails with it. And as such, we could also capture what do you call it? As such, we could also capture, yeah, we could actually, right. I lost the thread there for a second, right. So we've set up the lead pages. We can capture people's email. As such, we could make it such that they could pay because the whole system that I've built here actually supports that. So we have a really good chance of building this out in 48 hours. And at the same time, this is the system that I used for publishing super fast with fastcoach.io. So I think this is a pretty good thing. One thing I would love to have though is the ability to manage DNS within the whole thing, such that basically you should be able to set up a domain, you should be able to manage it directly from within the lead pages system, so that you don't ever have to do anything. I think that would be absolutely awesome if we could do that. And we could sell domains and charge people at premium as well. That might be something that's worth looking into. Cool. Cool. I think that's it for now. that's it for this video. Let's just end it by looking at what we actually did here, because I think that's pretty awesome. Let me, and actually let's test if it works as well, right? So let's see if I do roles@oneup.com, what happens? Join the waitlist. You're on the waitlist. We'll be in touch soon. That was really nice and easy. Cool. Cool. And this actually shows the transformation really nicely. All right, that's it for today. I think we will aim towards launching this on Friday. We'll see. Depends on whether this is technically harder than I thought it would be or not. We have most of the things. I just need to make this lead page system multi-tenant, which should be really doable. And once we have that, I don't see why we can't do this really fast. Okay, until tomorrow, take care.